Yo, Crispy, what's going on, brother? How you doing? I just had dinner and woke up rather suddenly with less than 5 minutes to get ready for the stream. Joe is on his way. I just dropped him the link, and we're gonna see what we're gonna get up to tonight, man. How you doing? Can you hear me all right? Like, give me a thumbs up. Oh, how's your pops doing, man? Who else do we have in the chat with us right now? Somebody's lurking. Oh, it's probably me. You know what? I bet you it's probably me. Let me see. What is going on, dude?
What's up?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm using my camera microphone. I'm not using the
Oh, okay.
Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
For some reason, the Blue Yeti has been cutting out.
That's weird.
Yeah. I think it may be something to do with like my hub, my wire setup. So
yeah, like
I'm gonna get a new wire.
I sometimes just, if that happened to me, I just unplug it and replug back in.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is it's micro USB. I'm gonna get a micro USB to USB-C and just plug it directly into the computer.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, so it's not going through like a hub to my, other hub to the computer. You know what I mean? What up, Maddie?
Hub.
Yeah. What up, Maddie? What up, Dopey? How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I have a USB like 4-port hub on the side of my desk, and then that goes into my Sirius like distribution hub, where I go to like my monitor and everything. So I think it's just getting a little taxed, Speaking of, let me take a look at Amazon right now. Let's see if we got a good micro USB to USB-C adapter. Dude, Dobie, I was just passed out, bro. I had dinner and then I literally knocked out. I woke up with like 2 minutes before the show started.
I thought you guys were doing live.
Oh, we were, but we finished at 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was time enough for me to like get something to
take
eat,
a nap.
But I ended up dozing off after I ate. Let's see. How about you, man? How's the day? How's the night been treating you?
Not bad. Not bad. Just trying to get stuff done.
Tell me about it.
Trying to get my video finished.
Oh yeah? Which one?
No, just the weekly upload that I need to do for the gathering and stuff.
Gotcha.
Trying to get weekly content out there.
It's not easy, man. It's definitely
hard.
easy.
And I just think about it like yesterday when we finished. I mean, I was thinking about it for the past 3 days. Like,
Yeah.
between us and between me and Howard and myself, I have like our total video per week is 7 videos per week.
It's a lot.
Yeah, like everything.
Yeah,
Like
it's a lot.
my channel is 1 video. Me and Howard's channel is gonna be 2 videos a week, and our channel Object Pageant is 3 videos a week.
Yeah.
Plus a live stream like today. I mean, 2 live streams. So design live stream, Formula 1 live stream,
Yep.
reactions, and news. That's 4 videos.
Dude. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the one who is editing the video, but we still have to be here recording everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt.
You do heavy lifting, but still, it's time.
It is time, man. A lot of people don't realize it is.
Yeah, that's 7 videos per week, which it's like weekly upload, just different channel.
Right?
Daily upload.
Let me see now.
Yeah, that's a lot of video.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let me see what we got here. Dopey, you got to stop sending me messages to the real Sherif M. I don't check that account. Send me messages to Mangana Steel. That's why I haven't seen your shit, dude. I definitely do not check the real Sherif M messages. I'm really not on that account like almost ever. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, clearly I have a bunch of messages on there. I'll get to that later. I got enough messages on, like, people don't realize I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 Instagram accounts.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
6 Instagram accounts. Like, maybe one of them isn't really active anymore. But yeah, the rest are still fairly active. And so what are we getting up to tonight, Joe?
I mean, we can do design talk. Just back to the backpack stuff. I mean, we haven't done that. We haven't do that for a long time now.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
And real quick though, question for you. Have you ever sketched with a fountain pen?
What is that? What is a fountain pen?
This. This style.
Oh, that? No, actually.
It's a different sketching technique. Because with that kind of pen, you don't put pressure.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about doing or trying to do more with it. That's why I'm like looking at that fountain pen, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about doing more with it because my technique, I put a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I always have, you know? So,
Yeah.
like, when I sketch with pencil, for example, I use HB. I use like hard lead because I put a lot of pressure, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so, yeah. Carco, what's up, man? Oh, Dopey, I have a different account, personal one. The real Sherif M is kind of like knives, guns, cars, everything, but I'm not as active on it as I'd like to be right now. That one's a different account. But yeah, just if you're from the knife world, just hit me up on Manganus Steel. It's the surest way to get in touch with me. I'm on that all day. Basically. So, all right, let's talk the good shit design, man.
We need to get Thomas into the live streams so he can show the viewers, the audience, what his sketches like.
Yeah. Well, I showed you guys my drawings, but they're not professional automotive drawings, you know?
His stuff it's worth a look.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd love for them to see some of his stuff that he did even back in school.
Yeah.
Like his Pagani concept car from school was pretty awesome.
I mean, he's on Discord, but I don't think he saw the. Yeah, his stuff is worth looking.
Dude, I should tell him to just here. I'm gonna tag him right now.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? You guys have a good dinner?
What up, Cap? What up? I'm definitely gonna be awake. I have Thai tea.
Oh, Thai tea is very strong.
I already finished one.
Oh my god.
This is my second one.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I need that caffeine boost, my friend.
So for I'm just gonna mention, so for those of you guys that is here today, me and one of my buddy in LA, we're gonna have another YouTube channel that is coming up pretty soon. It's going to be focusing on food, actually, like food and adventure style in LA areas and in Southern California. So stay tuned to that. I will let you guys know whenever the channel is live.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the idea here is to get, because we all love food, and food, for me, food is really the way to interact with people in the first place. So finding good food and finding cheap food and finding hidden gem food in LA, which is where I live, San Diego and all these areas, it's the most important for us.
Yeah, man.
So stay tuned to that. And hopefully, if the thing, if the channel goes well, they will get into some other stuff, like some pro content stuff, like cameras or gears or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude.
But mainly food. I mean, look at me. This is.
Look at me, man. That's partially your fault for whenever I come and visit you.
Oh, and by the way, when you're here, I found a Japanese restaurant place that is pretty good. I mean, it's not top it's not a top food restaurant, but it's it's like a hidden gem basically.
Mm.
And it's not too expensive as well, so we can film that.
Yeah.
We were still thinking, still trying to figure stuff out because we're still trying to figure stuff out, and we didn't even know what the channel's name is gonna be, so everything's in progress. but I mean, it's their promo is good. There's a lot of food here that is hidden and that is good and like very hidden, or even like taco truck and stuff here. It's really good, and we're probably gonna do all that stuff. Like we're probably gonna do a lot of hidden gem stuff. I mean, we all know those big restaurants, but big restaurants is like everybody knows where that is. But small food, snack, late night snack, that kind of stuff is what we are most interested about. So stay tuned to that. I will let you guys know once the channel is live.
Yeah.
And as far as the language goes, we might do English or Chinese. We don't know. Still trying to figure it out. But I mean, food is food. If you look at food, and then if you look at food, you look at our face, it's good. It doesn't really need a lot of talk to communicate with you guys.
Yeah.
Just look at the food. Look at us eating food. And of course, all the locations and address of the restaurant will be in the link and also on the screen. So
yeah,
we'll do that, and you guys, whenever you guys are here in town or even in Southern California, or even if the channel goes well, we'll go some other places like out of states or even Cal or stuff like that.
So you don't know this, but Dopey used to live down in San Diego, actually, before he moved out to Florida.
Okay.
So he knows some spots, and he may be able to recommend some spots.
Yeah, that'll be perfect, because I'm also from San Diego, by the way, and my friend is also from San Diego. So it's, but like those hidden gem spot needs to be more recognized.
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, Dopey, if you have any spots you know of, don't be afraid to drop them in the chat. Just
let us know, and we will explore, and we might ask somebody out of your opinion about what type of food we should eat or what type of food we should explore.
Yeah, dude. Definitely worth knowing. And
get ready to get fat.
Oh god. It's so funny, right? Because like, what up, Milton? How you doing, dude? That would even be like a great name for the show, like get ready to get fat.
Yeah.
But in today's like kind of social climate, you can't say that, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not appropriate to say like fat, even though I'm fat. Right? But like I think that would be funny, man. Just be like, two guys be like, "Are you ready to get fat today? We're gonna go check this out," you know?
That's a cool name, actually.
Yeah, see, I like it, you know, but you know, there's gonna be somebody out there who's like offended by it, you know.
Hey, it's not our business. It's just a name.
Yeah, exactly. And oh, dude, So I have a cushion underneath my desk for putting my foot up, right? Since like my knee's been all busted, and I just got freaked out because I went to go move it, and it weighed like triple what it normally weighs. And I just looked, and the freaking cat is underneath my desk right now, sleeping on the cushion. So I can't even put my foot on it.
Tell him to go away, go away.
No, I'm gonna let her sleep, you know, because she is totally knocked out on it. Even me shifting it, she just kind of was like, "Huh, okay." And she's usually not so like close to me, so she likes to be off on her own, you know. So I enjoy whenever she wants to like hang around nearby, you know. Kind of like women.
Hey, tell me about it.
Right?
Women's are. We don't have any women audience here, right?
No, God no.
Yeah, women's are bad.
They are, yeah, they are.
They are something
else.
They are from other planet.
Yeah, no questions, no question about that. And
they are annoying. That's what they are. That's what
right.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. They are man, they're headaches. But it's all good. Like I really don't care about them anymore these days. I'm so focused on my own shit that like it doesn't even bother me anymore. And so Thomas said he may join us in 20 minutes.
I mean, we're gonna be here.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Yeah.
And
so for those of you who didn't know, well, I talked to Sherif about this, but on Saturday we had this crazy, I mean not crazy, but kind of crazy model makers lineup here. Like everybody show up and then we gather and show up with their model, and those models are like another level.
Dude.
And for me, I feel like I am the beginner now.
Yeah.
But that video will be up this Sunday, so yeah, I'm still in the process of editing.
Dude, there's some people out there who really take model making to like
Yeah.
an insane level, you know?
Yeah.
Like I've seen some stuff on whatchamacallit, on like TikTok and Instagram of these guys doing Gundam, and they'll take like a mirror and they'll break the glass, and then they'll take the glass and stagger it all around the Gundam like it's busting through the mirror.
That's cool.
You know? And of course they did all the painting of the battle damage and all of that stuff on the Gundam. And it's just like, okay, like holy crap, you guys need to chill out a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Those are crazy. Even for me looking at it, it's like, yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, some of these people really go nuts with it, you know? And it's like, okay, how much of your life are you going to spend doing this? You know what I mean? Like, is it a week, 2 weeks, a month? You know what I mean?
Like, even for me, it's trying to get one model out a week or even 2 weeks is a lot. It's hard.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
So
it's
I don't know how
incredibly
they did it.
difficult.
And plus it's not like I finish the model and I'm done. No, I have to edit it. I have to think of how to record it, and I have to think of how to say it. That's
Yeah,
a whole other thing.
yeah, man.
But those
Like,
people, they just bring the model to a next level. Like,
they really do. They really do.
I mean, for
Like,
me, I don't really. I mean, I appreciate what they do, and then I would love to do what they do. But at the same time, I don't have that kind of time to, you know, put everything together and then also get the content out as soon as I can. For me, it's more so.
Yeah.
For me, it's more like it's more of how do I get this model out as soon as possible while I can enjoy the model build process with paintings and light modifications, you know, and the
Yeah.
priority is to get the video out as soon as possible, because a lot of model that I'm doing right now, it's brand new. It's
Yeah.
new release, which
I
is
think the only way that whatchamacallit, the only way that you could do that is if you had multiple models going at the same time, right? One that you were going to spend like a month or two building,
yeah.
where it's like super creative, and then the new stuff that you're working on right now, which is like, dude, 7 videos a week plus, you know,
I mean,
like 3 models.
Yeah,
Like,
to be honest, it's not really 70 video, but still, it's a lot of work because
right.
Object
It's
Passion
just
stuff
too
is
much.
mainly doing the live stream, and also mainly Sherif is editing. But I still have my own channel and the upcoming food channel I have to deal with.
Yeah. No, it's just too much, you know.
Oh, yeah, don't they? I feel like I am, you know, I need a lot of improvements. I just,
Which is crazy if you think about it.
I mean, I can show you guys a little bit teaser. Actually,
Yeah, do it, dude.
I took photo.
Give them a little bit of a tease.
Let me see if I have a few photos here. Yeah.
Just a tease.
Yep, just a tease. So yeah, those are crazy.
Yeah, I wish there was a way for me to make it bigger.
If you look at this guy right here,
Yeah, that's
look at that.
on my eye.
You see it?
Yeah, you can zoom in more, possibly.
Look at that.
What up, Urban?
Yeah, this is crazy. Even this Barbatos is crazy. This is fully modified. It's not like your regular kit out of box. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing is sick looking.
Yeah. What is this? What is there line here? Yeah, this thing is. When I first saw him, like, oh damn. Okay, this is crazy. I feel like a beginner now.
Dude.
Yeah, look at the bottom.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man.
And look at this Barbatos. It's
Yeah.
there's a lot of modifier going on, like panel lining, photo etching, detailing. Yeah, this is crazy. What else? Even this is nice. Yeah, even this is really
Yeah.
good weathering and good color combination.
What up, Cheeto?
Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's not the best, but technique is there. It's
Yeah. I'd say the leg looks better than the gun.
yeah, for sure.
The gun for me looks like somebody who doesn't know how guns weather.
Yeah, but the leg looks really nice.
Looks right. Yeah.
I give this guy a critique actually. I told him it's because it's. I mean, I kind of know when I see it. I mean, it's his first kid doing weathering and stuff. I know it when I see it because when you see people doing weathering the first time, you'll see them doing all over the place. It's not really ideal because if you think about it, this type in real life, if the Gundam is actually exist, this thing is like as high as a skyscraper.
Yeah.
How do you get 30 on the top if you are only doing it on if your leg is on the bottom?
Yeah. It depends on the environment that it's like.
Yeah, but mainly the heavier weathering part should be on the bottom of the leg.
Yeah, no doubt.
Leg and up. But again, it's still, you can see this guy's technique is really good.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is kid bashing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is not your regular kid. This is kid bashing. It's. I mean, it doesn't look that good. Like, I mean, it looked good in a way, but it doesn't look that good as a model kit. But still, it's cool to see a kid bashing. Like, it's putting together different kids, and somehow it just exists like seamlessly. And if you look closely, he even got like detail painting on the chrome on the gold part of the. Like, I just love how he handled his detail, tiny details, and even the skirt inside the skirt. This is probably from some other model kit. He just put them together.
Weird.
And if you look at the hip, you can see the detail here as well. And the decal is really nice as a detail enhancement.
Dude.
And this is really good. This is really nice. A lot of panel lining.
Yeah.
All this panel lining is made by hand.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
Even me, man. I mean, I can handle it, but it's gonna take me a while.
Yeah.
But again, you can see his the layout of the panel lining, the color separations. He got some knowledge. They got some knowledge on mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is nice.
Yeah.
It's just so pleasing to look at. A lot of details, and then it makes your eye move around a lot. I mean, the only critique I have is probably the shoulder. It's a bit too busy, but other than that, it's a good kit. It's a good finishing kit. Good model.
Is that kit bashed as well, or no?
No. It's actually let me see if I can find the original.
Hey, those girls.
Yeah, man. I'm not trying to hide.
Ain't no need to hide.
It's from this guy. The original is this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this interpretation like better.
Yeah, he repainted, redetailed it, and it's a good kit. I have nothing to say other than the shoulder, but overall, it's up there.
That's cool.
And this is nice too. I mean, this is not simple, clean. This is not keep bashing and just a little bit weathering, but you can see it like just everybody model making standards there.
This one would do good with weathering because it's got such big, simple surfaces.
Yeah. I mean, he did a little bit here. On
the,
head, which I like. It's really a right way to do it. I mean, the only critique I have is probably just do some using some chrome to touch it up a little bit on the edge of the red.
Yeah.
The head. So that you can bring up highlights.
I'd like to see some weathering on the shoulders.
Yeah.
A little bit around
here, and maybe even on the chest.
Yeah, like around the boobs.
Yeah, like right here.
Around the boobies.
Around the nipple. Oh yeah, man. But you can already see it. Like the standard is really high. What else? Yeah, this is clean and simple build, and you can see the feet. Here he did some weathering here too.
Yeah.
Which it really brings up the detail a lot.
Definitely.
But as simple as this, it's up there. Yeah, man. That's a teaser for you guys, and then a brand new video is coming up, like in depth, talking and interviewing.
Nice.
The model. I didn't even bother to take my own Gundam model photo.
Yeah, but you brought it, right?
I brought it, yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's in my house.
Yeah. Oh, everybody came over to your place.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
But I do show them this. This guy. I do show them this. This one.
Yeah. See, like that's awesome weathering.
That's my first time weathering.
Yeah. Oh, look who joined the stream.
Oh,
hey guys. Yo, what's up?
Yo.
What's going on, Thomas?
Nothing much. A little bit sweaty because I just worked out, but other than that, everything's great. How about you?
Dude, good. Tired. Still recovering from going to Atlanta. But otherwise, yeah, just chilling, man.
Yeah. How was was it knife con, right?
Yeah, basically they call it Blade Show, but Knife Con. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good way of putting it. It was really good. It was really intense. But man, like it was bigger than I could have imagined. We're talking like, I think they predicted over the course of like the 3 days, like 15,000 people to show up.
Wow, 15,000. That's a lot.
Dude, by the second day, you couldn't walk down the aisles. Like
really?
Every aisle was like full of. There were booths that I didn't even go to because you couldn't get access to the booth. Like there were so many people there.
Wow.
You know? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, by the way, I gotta say, I gotta give you prop, man, Thomas. Your background looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
got some lighting going on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was prepared.
Hold on. I should join. Okay, Google.
Yeah, I didn't have anything, so guys, just guide me.
Well, you got your models in the back that we need to see.
I need to buy some new lights.
Oh, nice, Sherif.
Hold on, I gotta turn on. Come on, turn on.
I
There
need
we
to
go.
buy some new lights. I can do something.
There we go. Get some of that mood lighting going on.
Nice. Nice blue.
Warm and chill.
Oh, it actually makes sense. I got pink and Sherif got blue and Joe got yellow.
There we go.
And whenever Thomas is here, we are happy.
Nice.
Oh, guys, just forgive us. We're just chatting. You guys are gonna hear us chatting.
I mean, that's what this is all about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about you? How have things been going with you? I know you've been moving, so like how's balancing all that with work and life and
well, you know, it was pretty busy in the beginning because we had a lot of things to organize, you know, getting new furnitures and my wife did most of the work, but you know, she basically furnished the whole apartment and I had to assist. So, you know, every day pretty much after work I was assembling IKEA and also cleaning up, you know, some of the areas here and there, but pretty much done at this point. You know, we're just kind of organizing small stuff. And nowadays the work is kicking in again, so I'm pretty busy at work. And just during I work from home like 2 days now, but I take my wife around because she can't drive yet. So yeah, that's pretty much my weekdays. That's pretty much it,
dude. How's can you tell us a little bit about what you guys are working on, or is it secret right now?
Oh, you mean my wife and I?
No, work.
Work. It's a confidential. I wish I can tell you guys, but you know, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, gotta start keep making money. So you know,
definitely.
We're doing a lot of interesting stuff. So that's that. I met up with Joe actually last week.
Yeah.
Was it last week, right?
No,
with Wei. Yeah, so
Wei.
we were just we were good old Wei. Yeah.
I hope he watched our live stream. Man. Hi, Wei, if you're out there.
I just talked to him like a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in Taiwan.
He's in Taiwan.
He's in Taiwan now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he's in Taiwan, this is his time zone, so like he should be good, you know.
Actually, let me send him a link so he could, because we were just talking, which means he
should be awake right now.
All right, I'm gonna send him the link.
Just send him the YouTube link.
Yeah, the YouTube link.
Right.
Not this link.
No. He's gonna be invited.
No.
Yeah.
Link. And can we block off the?
I mean, technically I can remove anybody. So
no, I'm just kidding.
if he did hop in, it wouldn't be an issue. But
No, so, we met last week, and we have some pretty good talk about about AI and about
Well, before you get into AI, I wanted to mention something briefly to Thomas from the automotive industry, and then let's talk about AI and design and stuff, because I'm very interested in your conversation. Thomas, Joe and I were looking at like used vehicles the other day, and for whatever reason, I wanted to like look at Ford, right? So I went to Ford's website, and I didn't realize it. They don't make cars anymore. The only car that they make is the Mustang. The entire lineup changed to be trucks and SUVs.
No, they don't have sedan.
They don't have the Fiesta, the Focus, the
No Fusion?
Fusion. All of them are all gone.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Urban. Night, brother. Have a good night, dude.
Maybe they're I don't know. I gotta look into this, but maybe they're moving all that to EV section, where I guess like Mach-E is gonna be the new brand. I assume.
I guess, but it's an interesting, if you think about it, like shift in the marketplace, because all of the companies that are making sedans that people buy nowadays are Japanese and Korean.
Right.
Predominantly, right? Like in the mid range, and of course you have Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, right? But the bulk of the market is going to be Toyota Camrys, Nissan Sentras, things like that.
Right.
And then whatever the Kia and Hyundai equivalents are. But dude, it was a shock to see that like an American car manufacturer doesn't make like a mid-range sedan, or like a youth-oriented kind of budget car, So I don't know. I just wanted to like throw that out there because it really took me by surprise.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't know. The trend is when EV is becoming more mainstream, it feels like because now we don't have to worry so much about the gas mileage. That the cars are actually getting bigger, at least in the United States, because we were expecting like a few years back, like when EV comes out, it's going to be very like portable looking car, almost like a smart car. And then now I think everyone is developing SUVs, like big vans or trucks, etc.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, Ford is doing the same approach, I assume.
I don't know. It just, like, to me, it felt like either it's a platform consolidation, where they're just trying to minimize the number of like platform variations they have. And since they do a lot of like body on frame stuff, that's easy to translate from like the F-150 to an SUV, and it's also typically more profitable from like a manufacturing point of view, than unibody. But also it felt like they just gave up market share. They're like not even trying to compete anymore, which, let's be real, right? Like if you're your typical sedan buyer, like mid-range, like $20,000 to $30,000 like sedan buyer, right? You're looking for reliability, resale value, crash ratings, right? The Camry is hard to beat. It really is. You know what I mean? Like, so.
And he holds the reputation for a long time. I'm actually kind of surprised Ford or other American company to even thinking about competing with the Japanese in that segment before.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ford kind of did, because like for GM is Chevy. I didn't see much of a Chevy sedan being kind of being popular, but Ford Fusion was actually kind of coming in, So I'm kind of surprised that they just disappeared.
That's what took me by surprise. I mean, I know Ford said that they were going to eliminate like a significant part of their vehicle offerings, right? But it doesn't seem like they have. It just seems like they got rid of, like you said, the Fusion, the Focus, the Fiesta, and they're expanding their SUV offerings, with their hybrid and EcoBoost kind of spiel. Yeah, so I don't know. Again, very strange. Just very strange.
What do you think, Joe? Do you have any opinion on this?
I mean, for me, I kind of understand because, you know, SUV is being very popular, and a lot of manufacturer, I mean, a lot of survey has shown that sedan is really out of places. It's not need. It's not the niche need. Actually, SUV and truck and, you know, crossover is the need at this stage of time. So I kind of understand why they get rid of a lot of sedans and small cars and replace it with EV, SUV, crossover. And I mean, crossover, especially crossover, is very popular now. So I guess they do their research.
I'm also kind of considering maybe, you know, like certain amount of battery needs to be put in order to generate certain amount of range. And maybe for the small cars, it's not really efficient for them to have, because, you know, obviously they're not going to have enough space for a certain amount of batteries, you know, which I think is better to have more batteries with bigger car with bigger power, then maybe it gives better range too.
Yeah,
it's just all my assumption, you know, rather than putting small battery in a small car and then just drive around a very short range. You know? So,
well, yeah, it doesn't, like, if you think about a smart car, right? Even if a smart car can only go, let's say, like 200 miles, right? A smart car can go 200 miles, get to a gas station, refill in 5 minutes, and go another 200 miles, right? Even if it does have a small battery, you're still looking at a half an hour to 45 minute stop to fully recharge that thing, even at a supercharger, right? And even then, that's assuming there's no line, right? So, like, I don't know. It's
it's very surprised to see that there is no Focus RS or Focus in general.
Right. Like, I mean, I understand maintaining the Mustang. It's like a halo car for them. You know? Like it defines the brand. But then they went and made the Mustang SUV EV,
the Mach-E.
Yeah, which was kind of like a weird decision.
I mean, on that side, I kind of get it, but do I appreciate it? Probably not.
I mean, this weird, I think, like a sedan or maybe like compact CUV type of thing started with like Nissan, I think. You know, with like Juke and the Rogue. And I think, I don't know, like I like their, you know, like that era, like when Nissan was doing a lot of crazy stuff. I appreciate their you know, sort of progressiveness, but you know, it's, I don't know, like I honestly, like, I don't remember the era as much, you know, anymore, even though I've gone through it, because like you don't feel like you've seen like a significant vehicles, you know. A lot of the crossovers were, I don't know, to me it's kind of weird, kind of mixed, you know. It's kind of like early like 2000, like mid 2000, or mid, like, you know, between like 2000 to 2010, where like even like fashion or like music were all kind of mixed together with this like digital and analog, you know, kind of not really you know, defined. I feel like car design had that era too, you know. And then the weird phenomenon is now when EV kicks in, there are certain EVs that I think done right, you know, like for example, like, I mean, you know, even though there are certain things I don't like about Rivian, you know, I think the approach to making a pickup truck out of EV, I think is good idea, good approach.
Yeah.
But like Mach-E, I don't know. Like I'm sure I know a lot of people who likes Mach-E too, but for me, it's kind of like, it's like a blend. It's a mix of.
It feels like the direction of the branding is not clear enough.
Right.
Direction
it's forgettable. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's expensive, but it's a very expensive, forgettable. Like it's an $80,000 forgettable vehicle.
It feels like it really feels like Ford is trying to do a lot of different things in that car.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like their experimental ground, basically.
I mean, if they wanted to use the Mustang like heritage, they could have done like a Mustang SUV at least. Take some of the design language and the brand image, and then just create like a whole new SUV instead of.
But that's the thing, you can't do it because the Mustang is so iconic.
Yeah.
Right. Like. Think about it this way. I was talking to my dad about this earlier today. It was like, think about every country in the world, right? Every car manufacturing country in the world.
Yeah.
All of them have an iconic vehicle. If you think about the French, it's the Citroën DS and the 2CV, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah.
If you think about Germany, it's the Beetle more than anything else, right? You think about Japan, it's something like the Civic,
like K cars.
Yeah. If you think about Italy, it's Ferrari or Lamborghini. Absolutely, right? But when you think about America, it's the Camaro, the Mustang, and the Corvette. Right? So you can't touch those. You literally. America is defined by those three cars.
Right. Muscle cars.
But then Dodge recently just released the EV Charger, I believe, or Challenger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a video out of it.
I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, it's something that you can resist. Like EVs coming in no matter what. I get that, but it's just like I don't know, like what the branding people are thinking of. Like
exactly.
They should really study. It's kind of like kids in this generation now. When they think of Mustang, they're not gonna think of the same Mustang that we're thinking of.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Subaru. When kids nowadays think about Subaru, they think about the Bug-Eye.
Oh.
They don't think about my generation. They think about the Bug-Eye. Which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Right? Like this guy.
Yeah.
So there is that like evolution, right? Like, dude, even Mustangs nowadays, the Fox body is super popular, but that was the same Mustang that was out at the same time as this guy, or a little bit before. But I agree with you, Crispy. Like for me, I think about the '69 Mustang, and I think about the '69 Camaro SS.
Isn't that the golden era?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
I just put a few links in our private chat. If you guys are ready, we can show them.
Let's see.
Okay, Wei has responded to my message, so see if he comes in.
He can listen to us talking.
Wei, if you hear us, say hi.
I remember this thing, Joe. Yeah. This thing was, like some people were excited for it, but it was also a little bit of a flaw.
I mean, I have to give them credit about just going and doing this approach. I mean, do I appreciate it? No, but I give them credit. At least they got the they got a ball to touch the muscle car into this directions and EV.
Yeah.
At least they try. And like for what we were talking about, like Mark-E or Ford, it just feels like they don't, their direction is not clear and they don't have.
Yeah, it's I don't know if you even can call it muscle car anymore, since muscle is actually more like bionicle, right? Like maybe we should call something, I don't know, like I don't know if there's any
radio control car.
Yeah, like RC car or something,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's pretty powerful, I'm sure it's got a lot of horsepower, but I don't know. There's
like, remember we went to the Ford dealership the other day, just a few months ago, and it was City one. I mean, it's nice, it's cozy and it's comfortable.
Oh yeah, it's a good EV car,
Yeah, exactly. It's a good EV car. You would not put it as it's a good muscle car, or it's a good
right, exactly, right, exactly, yeah.
So the first impression is just out. It's not there.
Honestly, I think like besides Tesla, the company that are doing good job right now, I don't know if it's good job, but proper job of showing a good like EV image, I think is Hyundai.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Yeah, they're at least differentiating traditional vehicle to EV, and they're not just. I know they are. I don't know if the Pony Coupe or something that they develop is gonna become EV or something later on. It's just a concept car, but whatever the EVs that are out right now from Hyundai, I feel like they are good, like well branded, basically.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So I mean, why can't American brand be more like that?
Because they're very like afraid of the market. I hate to say it, and they always have. It's been one of the reasons why, like, I had a choice of going to CCS versus Art Center, right? Like, I could have gone home and gone to school at CCS, but I decided to stay and go to Art Center because Art Center or CCS students basically get farmed out immediately to the big three automakers. And the big three automakers, I hate to say it, don't have any fucking balls. Like, they don't. They're not willing to take chances. They're not, like, willing to be market leaders a lot of time. And that's just from growing up in Detroit all my life. I have that opinion, that really they have every opportunity in the world to kind of show the world what they can do. But ever since the 70s, they've been faltering at every step, in my opinion. And because of that, why would I want to work for a company that doesn't know how to move forward? Like, in my opinion, for example, the fact that the Ford GT got made is shocking, like completely shocking. Like, that's something that Ford would never consider doing, on their own. It's just, they're lucky that there was a bunch of old heads who worked at the company that really were fucking stubborn. But like, it's one of those things also you have to understand from like living in Michigan. There's like this pervasive mentality of the old way was the best way. And that's the culture of Michigan in a lot of ways. I see. In particular with the cars. So
I mean,
they're like,
look what happened to Michigan now.
Well, exactly. I mean, look at the market dominance. It tells you everything you need to know.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they still believe it. They still believe that they are better than, even though, you know, statistics, research, and everything else proves them wrong. You know,
if you if any of you knows the movie Ford versus Ferrari, you can just see it. Like during that movie, it's historical accurate. Like Ford doesn't want to be they doesn't want to be in the race with them before in the first place. That tells you like how stubborn they are. Like they don't have any passions and they just want to sell.
They don't have a guts.
Yeah.
They're definitely lacking that. They're just they want to be recognized for being the best without
being the best
in a lot of ways.
And also, it's also shocking for me that Ford is actually doing cooperation with Red Bull in 2026, right? Sherif?
Yeah.
Which is shocking because that's all the proof that we were just talking about. They don't have the guts to move forward. But then again, they try to get noticed by investing their money to Red Bull, which is one of the craziest extreme sports brand out there.
Right. I mean, I understand when the company gets big and the big money goes back and forth with just making like one decision can change the whole company's legacy. Tends to make the company a little bit more conservative. I understand that's kind of the nature, but we're here like talking about EV, which is it's a new thing for everybody. You know what I mean? Like it's it's not like Hyundai is a small company and they decided to create new brand, right? Like they now have Genesis and they have like Hyundai EV segment, which is totally distinctive from Hyundai like normal cars,
right?
Like and I think Ford, or like Dodge, these car companies, like I personally think they could utilize whatever they have accomplished before, but they shouldn't directly use the heritage of Halo cars.
Exactly.
Like why can't they use why didn't they use like Fusion? Fusion sounds more like EV to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Fusion doesn't have a long history, like, and it's kind of funny, like, companies like Ford, who should know, because they've been in the car industry for a long time, right? It's not like some company from China. And they should value their like a brand image, and yet they decided to use up Mustang.
Right.
I don't know. Like
they should have gone for Fusion, like you said, man. Not the Mustang, because Mustang is it's iconic Ford
exactly.
brand.
Yeah.
Represent Ford as a enthusiast.
Yeah, we're not like talking crap on the type of vehicle, just because it's like crossover SUV. We're not talking crap on that. It's more of taking the name away from Mustang.
It's more of the brand strategy that they go with.
No, that's exactly like what I was saying. Like with the Mach-E, it just doesn't. They call it the Mustang Mach-E, for fuck's sake.
They should just call it a Mach-E. Get rid of the Mustang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mach-E, Ford Mach-E. It's actually sounds better.
Exactly.
In terms of EV naming.
Yeah.
I think in the other hand, they did good job on Bronco.
Yeah,
Bronco is phenomenal.
Bronco is fantastic. Yeah.
So why couldn't when they could do Bronco like that, why can't they do Mach-E?
Exactly.
Right.
And also Bronco is the face of Ford as well, and then they executed very well.
Yeah.
The brand, and as an outdoor adventure vehicle.
Exactly. And then because they wanted to create a safe net, they also created a Bronco Sports, which personally is not my type.
Yeah,
but
it
a
works.
good strategy. Yeah.
You know who the Bronco Sport is geared towards actually is people like my dad. You know, so my dad was like gun ho about getting the Bronco, right? But my dad's a short guy, you know. And when he got to see the Bronco up close in person, he was like, holy crap, that car is too big for me.
Right.
You know, like literally, you'd need to have like a step to even get into the driver's seat, you know? And so, like, the Sport really appealed to him because it was like, oh, okay, I can buy into the Bronco name, the Bronco values, without having to have this big vehicle, right? Now, having said that, he is probably not going to get the Bronco Sport. He's actually going to probably get the Subaru Forester because the price is better.
Nice.
You know? And he had a Forester before and he liked it. But dude, the new Foresters run on regular gas, not premium. And they're like more affordable than the Bronco Sport. So, you know, like Ford kind of missed the mark with the Sport, but not that bad because they're still selling like crazy.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but he is that kind of market potential for the Sport. You know?
They know how to do research on that, but they don't know how to do research on Mach-E. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It really feels like it's two totally different marketing division that exists inside Ford.
No,
you know who, I don't know if you guys know Omar from our center.
Yeah, I know him.
You know him? He drives Mach-E actually. Yeah. I want to actually invite him and see like what he thinks about the car.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
but
it would be interesting. You know, like I'm sure he probably likes it because he's an owner. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to say that they're paying for a piece of garbage.
Right. No, I mean it's a nice EV. You know, like I don't doubt that it's a bad car. You know, it's more of like why the name. You know.
Yeah. Why Mustang?
Right.
Mustang is this in the back, not
exactly.
Yeah,
that's the real one. You know.
Yeah.
No, 100%. No, Cheeto, he's definitely not getting the Bronco Sport. Like I said,
it's kind of like, you know, Porsche is using 911 for EV. You know.
Yeah.
And then it's not even 911 proportion. Think about that. You know, it's something weird.
One thing that Porsche didn't right though is having Taycan as not as 911.
Exactly.
But one thing that they didn't do it right is the Turbo S name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on, there's no engine there. Why do you put a turbo in?
You can't call an electric car a turbo. That's
exactly
dumb.
But at least they know they shouldn't touch 911.
911, exactly.
It is 911. Right?
I mean, they can use 911 shape as an inspiration to design, but just not the 911 name because 911 name is so iconic. It's so well known. It's
exactly.
It's like you touch my girl, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, it's like, you know, remaking your last name basically. You're not Joe Wang anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like totally losing the identity. So
and that's what I feel like is kind of happening on like a level with a lot of the companies in this shift towards like an electrified future, which is again why I even brought up like Ford is not making, you know, a youthful car. They're not making a sedan. They're going all in on the SUVs. It's like, okay, so what is Ford?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
What is
who are
very-
they anymore?
what is
That's
Ford
very
for you?
philosophical
Me-
question.
Right.
Ford for me, when I see Ford, I immediately think of the old generation Mustang, muscle, the enthusiast, you know, that kind of stuff. But then right now they make it that feels like just whatever company, which is so
Hey.
sad.
Read Kid's comment. It says Ford is a software company.
That's right. They're going that way.
You know, funny enough, that's actually something. It's not all laughable joke. Some of the car companies are actually becoming more like a software company.
They are.
They are,
Yeah.
they are.
It's like a moving computer, basically. You know, just
Yeah.
they're more heavily focused on software.
I mean, that's what Tesla is doing.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
what Apple wants to do. That's what Sony wants to do, just to become a car company with software oriented.
Which personally, I'm not big fan of car becoming more like a computer, but you know, like I think as long as like EV business, you know, like approach, I think that's the right way. So even though I don't like Tesla, you know, like I guess, you know, Tesla is at least doing right job, you know, to sell the EV.
They are at least on the right track on
Yeah,
pursuing the EV future.
yeah.
See,
It's just
like,
that I'm not gonna be their customer.
Yeah, me too. I would never be gonna be the customer.
they're like the problem with Tesla is, and we kind of like see it within our within the knife community, and I talk about this from time to time, you know, where there are brands that are hype based, right? But they have very little substance, you know? So like not too long ago, Thomas, I reviewed a couple of knives that
Yeah.
I shit on.
Mhm.
I shit on to the point where like the company was like chasing down marketing people to see if they told me to attack the company.
Mhm.
Like that's how bad my review was
Yeah.
of their product, right?
Uh-huh.
And the reality is of the product was not well thought out. And that's what I nailed it for,
Mhm.
right? Like as a product, it wasn't executed intelligently. There were parts that fucked up ergonomically, like
Mhm.
royally, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And, you know, or they outright copied other manufacturers, you know?
I see.
And I called them out on all of that. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is an issue, right?
Mhm.
Tesla does that shit too. If you
Mhm.
look at Tesla, right, their quality control, they usually get into the yellow or the red and they still
their quality
push out
control.
cars
Yeah.
off of the production line.
Yep.
You know? And just for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, in the factories where they produce their cars, there's like a QC stage where quality control stage where you have cars that overall like they'll end up in a green area, a yellow area, or a red area. And you know, ideally most manufacturers will only push out cars that end up in the green. Some will give you some, you know, a couple here and there that'll end up kind of in the yellow zone, but mostly in the green. Shitty manufacturers like Tesla will push out stuff that is oftentimes in the yellow or even dipping into the red, which is
Right.
the worst case scenario. And we're talking like panel gaps. We're talking about like huge inconsistencies with like the left and the right side. We're talking about rattling door interiors, like faulty wiring, right? Cheeto, a lot of times the stuff that ends up in the red ends up getting cycled back into the production or gets just trashed,
right?
You know, because like you're sending out a liability.
Right.
It's either got to be completely re-fucking made, or it's got to be destroyed. You know, essentially. But Tesla doesn't do that. You know, and so they have that. People, when they ooh and ah over the fucking giant screen, but they don't realize how much of a distraction it is and how many sub-menus you have to navigate through to get to like basic fucking features of the car, like the AC controls and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So when you evaluate the product by the standard in which we evaluate cars, it fails on a lot of points.
Right.
But because it's hyped, it still gets pushed fucking through. You know what I mean? And it's never held to task on the fact that it's like still failing, you know, on all of these fundamental fucking levels, you know? And I don't get it. Like, I still, to this day, I don't understand how that happens. But like, just kind of like these knife brands I was talking about, like, people overlook these failings because they were the latest hype shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, this is fucked up. That's fucked up. This is fucked up. Like
I feel like a lot of like people nowadays doesn't really care about how good the product is, as long as it's hype. It's named it.
I mean, you know, like as long as Tesla goes, it's Elon. Basically, it's
that's him.
It's a religion, you know. Yeah. People just believe whatever he says, you know.
No matter how bad the design is, as long as Elon, then everybody can accept.
Not just
design.
Not just Tesla, like SpaceX or whatever he's up to. You know, next day he says something, everybody believes it, everybody invests more, and you know, I'm pretty sure some smart people who knows a lot of the things that he says BS, but still they want that hype because they probably invested money on Elon Musk's company.
They profit from it for sure.
Yeah, so they just let this hype be more like, you know, what do you call that? Like inflated.
Yeah. But to me, this is the danger, you know, of the growing use of software, right? Because you now stop evaluating the car on its substantive performance as a fucking vehicle. Just like all of the people who buy into Teslas forget. Right? Like, I got into a Tesla 3 that my dad's friend owns, right? And I'm sitting in the back seat and I'm like, dude, the headliner isn't fully tucked into like the window liner.
I saw that too, actually.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is like a $40,000-$50,000 fucking car, and the headliner isn't properly fucking installed.
Or the panel is not lined up. Or even the color is not matched.
So some people say, like, right off the get-go when they bought the car, they immediately hear the rattling sound.
Yeah. Which is insane. It's absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah. How annoying would that be? Brand new car and you hear rattling noise. Right?
Dude. Very annoying.
So that's what I'm saying, though, right? Like, if we start going towards this model where everything is kind of like software oriented, you stop paying attention to that. And Tesla is a case of exactly that. Like, a lot of these people don't know how to properly look at a car because they're looking at a fucking iPad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's be
what
honest.
scares me? Oh, go ahead.
Let's be honest. If it's a fucking, you want to even compare a Tesla to an iPad, a fucking iPad is built immaculately.
Yeah.
There's no rattling buttons. There's no like weird software glitches from the fucking factory. The thing is goddamn perfect when it comes off the assembly line. You can't say that with a Tesla.
And Apple would not allow, if Apple is making Tesla car, like Model 3 or all those car, Apple would not allow those cars to be released if
the
quality control is not there. So
Exactly.
it's not an industry, it's Elon Musk.
Right.
You know what's scary about Tesla to me is that imagine, all the interface right now, all the importation is just within that one screen in interior, right? What if that screen dies?
Yeah,
exactly.
During, while you're driving.
Yeah.
You can't access anything, and I don't know. For me, it's pretty scary thought.
Well, that's why Volkswagen actually I remember I shared this with you, Joe. They made an announcement like months ago that they were going to go back to like hardware, physical buttons and knobs for a lot of their features, for like AC or the radio system, right? Because like, you segment them out into different like electrical networks, which is intelligent to do, right? But also you allow the fucking driver to be able to access them blind, right? I can drive with one hand on my steering wheel, keeping my eyes forward and adjust my freaking air conditioning. I don't need to look at a fucking screen and take my eyes off the road. Music. Right? Exactly. So
the scariest thing that I see on Tesla, at least from my experience, is, I mean, one of my friends has Tesla, and then I ride with him sometimes. He keep on looking at the screen while he's driving, and he keep on touching the screen while he's driving, and then he's trying to.
That's scary.
Yeah, and then he's trying to, trying to get his car on the road at the right speed. And that freaking odometer, it's on the screen that you have to take your eyes off the roll and then just do this and go back, do this
exactly
again. It's scary. It's like, come on, man, don't do that. And like as simple as that type of stuff, that's not the design. The design thinking is not there, because for me, like this type of very important car information, like the speed, turn signal, gas, not a gas, in this case, battery. Has to be in front of you, on the bottom of the windshield, not on the center of the screen. Inside the screen, which you might have to, go through a few pages to find out.
There's a reason why those traditional car design interior has, certain things in certain place. It's not like our ancestor was just randomly putting stuff in just to have fun. They actually have all this logical meaning behind.
And there is like historical evidence, right? Like the old cars used to put the gauge cluster in the center, right? But there was a certain point in time in history where it transitioned to be in front of the driver, and like even the old Mini Coopers, right? The gauge cluster was in the center. When they made the new Mini Cooper, they did it as a gimmick, but guess what? It was an optional upgrade to put your fucking shit in front of you. Because there are people that they knew would not want that giant dial in the center, because it meant taking your eyes off of the road. So
I remember like a long time ago, I see this YouTuber. He's in the Tesla community. He's a Tesla fanboy, actually. Like they were talking about some other car, like Porsche Taycan or something. And then his reaction is, why do I need a physical knob or buttons if I can put everything in the monitor?
Dumb. Just dumb. That's my response to that. Dude, you're dumb. Right? Like the people, this is why, especially like, so I feel very differently now in the world of knives, like designing, right? Like, okay, let me explain. When I was in the world of designing cars, right, before, my philosophy was always the customer is a fucking idiot, because they think like this. They think exactly like this, and they don't know any better. They want to bring their personal, digital devices in the car, and they think that's the cool, smart way of doing things, right? But it's obviously not,
Right.
Luckily for me, like in the knife world, people are much smarter about like a single product. They can think about like an object like a knife and think about it usefully and as a tool, and they understand it, right? Like, this works, this doesn't work, this is how to improve it, which is really like, I don't know, it's cool. Like, I like interacting with the consumer base in order to kind of gain that feedback of like, oh, hey, this works, this doesn't work, oh, I wish it could do this or do that, right? What I mean? But when you talk about cars, man, cars are such sophisticated objects. I don't think people really think the shit through.
Yeah.
And you get comments exactly like Joe's friend who's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Why do I need a physical knob? I just can have an iPad. Like, dude, are you gonna put your hand through the steering wheel and swipe on the fucking screen? You know what I mean?
Right. Come on, like, please think through first,
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Or are you gonna sit there with like a fucking trackball in the center console and like swipe through all of these sub menus to get to like some sort of AC control or stereo control, like while you're driving at 100 miles an hour?
There's a reason why. There's a reason why those designs are there in the first place. And if those designs are good, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't break it. It's gonna make it worse.
I mean, like, for me, like, I'm all down for, like, coming up with new ways to interact within, car design. I think, innovation is always necessary, especially, like, if you want to see the cool shit and you want to sell it, you want to have a new stuff, but just at least make it like it makes sense,
Yeah, at least make it.
Yeah.
At least make it phone follow function.
Right. Like, don't just think that, oh, this is cool shit, and without thinking that, oh, how are we gonna use it,
Exactly. Don't think of it just, oh, it's gonna be so cool to put a monitor inside the car, then put a monitor inside the car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
if you give me a reason why you put it inside the car, that if you can convince me, then yeah, of course you can. But other than that, you're gonna get my bad critique.
It's like, the autonomous vehicle hasn't become mainstream yet. There's still a lot of like testing and a lot of regulation issues, and it's got quite a way to go. People say evolve. People say like, oh, it's gonna happen tomorrow, but no, it's not going to. It's like, think about like drones. Like, Sherif, you must know, like, how long hasn't been like a media and like people were talking about, associates talking about drones gonna happen next couple years, and it still didn't happen. Why? It's not because of technology. It's because of all these regulations, all these political issues. Like, we have to go through so many different process in order to have this in the system, and yet still there will be a lot of like troubles, and it's kind of dumb for people to think that, oh, it's okay, like all this new technology is, it's gonna happen tomorrow, and we'll be fine with it, and then I'm sure those are the people, when they see the flaws in this new technology, they're the first one to complain.
Dude, like, it's so funny, man. I remember back when I was in art center and I was doing my drone projects and I was presenting the research, right? And they were like, dude, by 2020, the skies are going to be filled with more drones than birds. And like, I look outside in LA, I look outside here, I look outside in the Bay Area. I can't tell you the last time I saw a drone.
Exactly.
Like, genuinely. Can't.
Yeah.
I have not seen a single fucking one. Apparently, Dopey has drone delivery, in Florida, from Walmart. But dude, that's it. Like, it just doesn't fucking exist.
It's not mainstream yet.
So
maybe in China, who knows? Chinese government, they don't care about like people's safety. So
no, you know what they use drones for actually in China was during lockdown. They put on fucking like loudspeakers on them, and they basically flew them through neighborhoods telling people that they better stay inside or they're going to be subject to police action.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's China. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Another reason why I support people having guns. Tyrannical government, my friend.
Hey guys, I gotta get going now, but sorry, it's about time for me to.
No. We're gonna start wrapping this up in the next like 20 minutes ourselves.
By the way, just one last thing. Next week, guys, if Thomas is gonna be here, I'm pretty sure everybody is very interested in what Thomas can do as far as design goes. So,
dude, we were saying you gotta show some of like your old portfolio stuff,
or even just your regular your painting, like car paintings and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure people will love to see that.
Like,
I'll bring out some of my stuff to show.
I particularly want to see your old Pagani designs from Art Center again.
Oh,
if you have them,
I gotta dig into it, but I'm pretty sure it's here somewhere in the file. So
all right,
I'll
cool.
dig in.
Yeah,
see, so guys, I help you. I help you to get Thomas out. If you guys want to see it, please hit that subscribe button out of box.
Now I gotta come back.
Yeah, you have to, man.
Yeah, I'll definitely come back next week.
Cool, man. Yeah, go get some rest, man.
All right. You guys gonna talk more a little bit?
Yeah, for a little bit more, yeah.
Okay. All right, then I'll see you guys next week. And you guys have a good night, and all the audience have a good night.
Cool, man. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Peace out.
Peace. So we can kind of finish it tonight a little bit with talking about like AI,
Yeah.
Without getting too deep into it, what were you guys kind of talking about AI?
I mean, it's not really in-depth conversation, but also it's got to be it's about AI infrastructures and AI everyday things, basically.
Yeah.
So Wei wants to he's integrating, I mean, like cloud AI and local AI together. So cloud AI means you have to get on internet all the time.
Right.
Local, there's a term for that. I don't remember, but let's say if the AI can, if there's a chip in the product, that chip can learn itself to a certain extent where he can do the basic things. Not, of course, not like crazy AI stuff that you can do over cloud, but basic things that can help the product enhance while there's no internet connections.
Right.
And so they are trying to integrate that with different companies back in Taiwan, and actually those company has a lot of product that is out there already.
Mhm.
They're trying to integrate like the robot cleaning thing on the floor, the
Yeah.
robot thing, or like from the Nvidia as well, from every other like there's a lot of companies that wants to do the same, and Way is trying to get them together as a middleman basically.
Okay.
And so he basically they basically interviewed me a little bit, and one of the questions that I got, like I still think of it today, was how do you enhance AI as a normal person? What do you think how to enhance AI as a normal person? What's your take on the AI? And then I told them, look, if you want to enhance AI as a country, like let's say Taiwan, if you want to enhance AI and then show other people what AI can do from your end, from your country, then you have to start building up your infrastructure. Where the first thing when you come to Taiwan, you see the airport, everything is AI control, everything is automatic, everything is everything is very structural. It's very like the infrastructure built is really nice. And once you get out of airport, you start getting to what is that called? Local transportation, public transportation, and those you need to connect you need to build a good infrastructure to show the world that what AI can do.
So there has been some. So okay, in the U.S. here, we kind of started developing standards for talking or doing what you were talking about, and I tapped into this a little bit with the drones, right? Audi, if I'm not mistaken, actually proposed it where essentially you would have to have a really robust Wi-Fi, like series of Wi-Fi networks, right? So if you think about it, there's different Wi-Fi standards like Wi-Fi A, B, G, whatever, right? But a lot of them aren't used anymore. Like Wi-Fi A is not used anymore, right? But Wi-Fi A could be distributed amongst like telephone poles or, like little bollards, like all down the street, and essentially that would allow cars, people on the street, drones, whatever, to be able to interface with a network anywhere. You know what I mean? Again, Wi-Fi B is not utilized, so you could use that somewhere else. So by building that infrastructure out, so that all devices have constant access and are constantly engaging with Wi-Fi like that, that is the way that you can constantly feed data into AI, right?
Right.
Now, having said that, I have no idea where that proposal is gone. I'm not seeing it worked on, and I know like Audi basically wrote like documents on this. Like they published like a good thing like that. The challenge is cost. To really build like an advanced infrastructure. You're talking somewhere on the order of like $25 to like $50 million per mile. To like take apart the ground, wire it up, introduce all of these new antennas, all of this stuff. You know what I mean? So an urban environment would have to be really committed, and it would have to be future-proof. But that is really the answer, because not everything can be on cellular. You know what I mean? Because that's the way things are right now, right? Like everything's going to like 4G, 5G, et cetera, right? But like there's only so much bandwidth, So I don't know. Like it's interesting. I'm really. I'll tell you what my concern with AI is that there's so many competitive AIs right now, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
every app that you open up, right? Like if it's TikTok, Instagram, right? They have filters. That's all AI driven, right? There's AI painting apps. There's Chat GPT, right? How do you know the person who owns this AI is good,
yeah,
and is using that data set for good things in the future,
yeah,
right? People are just, oh, hey, I can do this, like, you know, I can submit my photo of myself, put it in, and this filter will paint me as like a painting, right? But what are they doing with your original photo,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Again, it it like AI for me. It also comes down to the privacy issues
Exactly.
that we have been wondering and what we have been talking about, because privacy issues, it's really the first thing that comes
Yeah,
into
dude.
mind. And remember we talked about Michael Schumacher. Remember he has there's a the AI driven interview. Yeah. And look at what happened. it's busted.
Right.
So those are very dangerous ground to touch. If let's say if AI, if we know the AI company is from Google, then yeah, I kind of feel a little bit safer. But from other people, from other company, no.
But see, now here's the thing, right? Even Google has a long history of working with the U.S. government, with the FBI, maybe even the CIA, to give away our personal information.
Even Apple do. I remember.
Right, Apple too.
Yeah.
So your data isn't really your data at all.
You are not you anymore. You are. I hate to say it, but it feels like we are country's property.
Exactly.
We are not us. Like we are a part. We are not individual. We are part of country's own.
Yeah, and that's really, like, between you and me, that's what worries me.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, okay, Google has all this data about me. It has my voice. It has, my phone has my fingerprint. You know what I mean?
And then those things you can't ignore. It's just
right.
Daily input that you give it to them all the time without you even notice.
Yeah, like I want to unlock my phone, I use my fucking fingerprint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
and like Google is listening to you right now.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, because the microphone is on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just Google. It's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's like all that shit.
Yeah. And
that's constantly being fed into some fucking AI system. Well, right now it's geared towards marketing, but that's just right now. Like, what else is it being fed into?
Yeah.
And that's between you and me. There's a long way to go between where we're at right now and trust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At least at this point in time, I don't trust any of this system.
Yeah. Dopey, you're 100% right. Like, there are already tools that can make deep fakes of you with, like, just a minute or two of content of you, like a recording. It's like you don't even need all of the YouTube stuff, you don't need even a full fucking 15-minute video. You know what I mean? So
it's in some way it's kind of scary to see the world like this right now. Like if you think about it,
terrifying.
Yeah, if you think about it, your everyday life is surrounded by AI, and you are creating your own AI. That
Dude,
AI might hit back on you.
That's again, that's the thing. Like I enjoy hopping on TikTok when I'm on the toilet and just kind of, fucking around on there and stuff like that. But the reality is, like, I try to interact with it as little as possible because I know I'm just feeding their algorithms,
Yeah,
constantly, right?
you're
It's one
just
of the
giving them what they
reasons.
want. Basically.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I got off Facebook,
Yeah.
because I'm just like, dude, like their algorithms are fucked, and it's just feeding all of this like negative, divisive fucking shit to you constantly. And I see it on TikTok as well. Like TikTok really, really reinforces your biases, right? So like if you start, saying you like a perspective from like a conservative person, right? It starts feeding you nothing but conservative
Yeah.
fucking talking points
Yeah.
constantly because it assumes you're going to engage with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Scary. It's very scary.
And it doesn't take into consideration, like, yeah, there's some shit I'm conservative about, there's some shit I'm liberal about. You know what I mean? I'm like in the fucking middle. So, like, where is the middle ground?
You know what I mean? Where is the stop? Where can this end? Basically.
Exactly.
I feel like AI is good as a tool, but not as an individual. Like
no.
It's good to have AI to help us doing stuff that we feel that is a little bit heavy lifting, but it's definitely not replacement.
But the funny thing is, right, like the current state of AI is that of like an 8-year-old, right? Like that's its like maturity level and its like computational ability, right? So if it's at the stage of like a fucking 8-year-old, like how much heavy lifting can it do? It really can't do a lot, obviously, because our only uses for it are like Chat GPT, writing papers for us, or doing these like, realistic looking paintings. You know what I mean? But imagine how much more powerful it's going to get if it can already do those things now.
Yeah.
Scary. So, like, I don't know, man. I'm not comfortable with it.
Me too.
Me too.
As much as I like to talk about AI and having conversation with everybody, it's like a part of me I don't feel safe in this world.
No, fuck no.
Especially now.
The thing that makes me even more concerned or makes me feel less safe about it is knowing that us as like average people, we have no control over it, right? It's the elites,
that has control. It's the government. It's the high ground that has control over us.
Yeah, and it's always been that way.
Always been the case.
Continue to be that way, right? It's going to be controlled by governments. It's going to be controlled by the top corporations, and how they decide to lean the algorithms is exactly how they're going to control us, right? Because who says, like, let's say we block out all news sources from China here, right? But they create a fucking deep fake of Xi Jinping, and he says death to all the Americans, and they use that to justify going to war with China, right? It may not even be fucking true. But if they block out all access to news outlets from China here, right, how are we supposed to know the difference?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's a plausible scenario.
Yeah.
Right? It's called manufactured consent. There's an actual term for it, right? Where you convince the public that what they're doing is in their own best interest by showing them something is bad, right? Even if that bad thing is fake, right? It's why we went to like fucking Afghanistan when we know the Saudis funded terrorism of 9/11, right? Like we should have gone to Saudi Arabia.
Instead,
we
go
ended
to
up in fucking Afghanistan. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. You know?
No, like the government, it has to go so deep that the government has to take the punishment of it.
Yeah. You
like
know?
They allow these things to happen, and then they make cover story to cover up their shit.
Exactly. So
it's kind of like the propaganda, you know, like
it is
propaganda, and then just cover up and then hide it. God knows what they're doing.
And the potential for that gets infinitely worse the more they have control and decide what's going on with AI, like realistically speaking.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like that's
it's scary. It's a scary world. I gotta tell. I have to say, it's a scary world.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's why I'm not. Yeah, exactly, Crispy. Exactly. You know, so like that's why I try to feed into it as little as fucking possible, even though I feed into it every fucking day, like a lot. You know, I'm posting on Instagram, I'm viewing anything on TikTok, right? I'm on YouTube like all day long. You know,
we are on YouTube all day long. That's our job.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So it's just like I try not to do anything more than I need
actually,
to.
That's exactly
what I mean?
what my thinking is to give them the minimum at the same time to reach my goal. But when we reach that minimum, no more.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I'm terrified by it. I'll be honest. Like,
me
I
too.
agree with Dopey, right? It'll either end humanity, or it will be used to take technology to such a far place.
It's crazy to think that when we watched iRobot back in how long was that movie? When was that movie came out?
Like 2009 or something?
Yeah, like back then we're like, oh damn, this is so cool. But right now, for me, I think I'm terrified to see this thing to happen.
Of course. Yeah.
Well, I'm terrified.
Think about what we were talking about with Tesla, right?
Yeah.
So many people are giving up control of their vehicle to software, right? And especially with, with like self-driving cars, that will all be AI driven. Yeah. Right?
And especially they are pushing out what is that called? The third level 3 self-driving. Right. And then the next tier of the self-driving is full autonomous vehicle.
Dude, let me give you like a nightmare scenario, right? Because this is very possible, okay? Let's say we switch over to a digital currency. Like America switches over to a US backed version of Bitcoin, which they want to do, right? The US government will be able to track and observe all of your spending behavior, kind of like how China does right now with their social credit system, okay? So let's say you get into an AI piloted vehicle, be it a taxi or even your own car, and the government says, well, hey, why are you going here? Because you have these debts and these bills to pay. Your car can literally drive to the city limit and may be stopped by an AI feedback system which is watching over you and preventing you to have freedom of movement, right?
Yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah, it can literally look at your bank account and say, yo, you should be using this money in order to fucking pay off your debt.
Otherwise, you're not gonna get any of your wish.
Your freedom. Right.
Yeah.
And then it will literally prevent that AI system will be tied into your car as part of the road network. And it will literally say, you cannot go past this point in your own vehicle.
Or it will literally say you cannot go home because you didn't pay your rent.
Yeah, exactly. What if you have a smart home that's controlled and part of this AI network?
Well, if you don't pay your money, your monthly payment on your phone, you cannot contact anyone, and then you are out of nowhere with your car with AI. It's just gonna dump you in the forest, and then you're busted.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Within China, the whole social credit system works that way too, right? Like if your social credit is not high enough, they will ban you from getting on the trains, right? And they will keep you to your town, right?
It's so scary.
So, dude, like that is the reality of all of this shit, man. Like
that is the reality of what things might happen.
Yeah, but this is why like people need to think more about not just what's convenient.
Yeah.
Like the guy who was talking about having the iPad in the fucking car, right? It's not just about what's convenient, it's about what's safe, what gives you the maximum utility for the future, right? And truth be told, like I hate to bring it back to this, but this is also why I'm exercising my rights to have guns, right? Because when does a system become tyrannical to the point of preventing your basic freedoms?
Yeah.
Like that's fucking scary, man. For a government to be able to like dictate to me where I can go, when and how.
And what I can go and what I can say. It's scary. Very scary. Yeah.
And it's not the US that I know. You know, it's not the US that I want to be a part of.
Not the American dream.
Exactly.
Put it that way.
Exactly. Yeah. No, and that's the point, right? You can go anywhere else in the world and have your freedoms limited, but that's not what we do here, right? But you're going to see a lot of politicians push for shit like this. So, you know, that's why, like, I think about this stuff. I'm like, dude, if this stuff gets instituted, it becomes very easy to control a populace, you know? Exactly, Crispy. Exactly, Dopey. Both of you, man. Like, we have to stay vigilant because comfort will kill us all. Like in a funny way, right? Like you start giving up your freedoms because shit is convenient. You know, and you shouldn't. Like sometimes having things be uncomfortable is the better way forward. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes having to drive a car, even in stop and go traffic, is safer.
because I trust myself more than everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't trust the computer. I don't. I just don't. I don't even trust Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
See, like everybody's telling me, oh, you need to try this AI, you need to do that AI stuff. It's a hype, it's a big thing now. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I trust myself. Yeah.
Exactly. You know.
And even like one of my friends was telling me that, why don't you just let AI do your design work? I'm like, hell no, man. No.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's wrong.
Dude, well, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like the convenient thing is not always the right thing, you know? Like where is your self-improvement? Where do you challenge yourself, right? The more you are casual and lazy about things, the less your brain works, and in the future will not be able to problem solve because you haven't flexed those muscles, right? It's like me, dude. Since COVID, I've been sitting on my ass, you know, not going to the gym, not, fucking walking and exercising. And I went to the conference, I got back, and I got fucking injured from pushing a goddamn clutch, man. I've got fucking fatty arms when I had fucking muscles before, right? If you don't use your shit, if you don't like fucking work out your body turns to fucking mush. Same shit happens with your brain.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I hate to say it, but that's the direction AI takes us. You know? Like, there are some things that it should, like, one of the things I would love to see, right, is I've always dreamed about this. I'd love to have a box connected to my router that is AI that defends against hacking, right? It intercepts emails, it intercepts, breach attempts, anything like that. Acts as an active VPN, all of that stuff, right? I want AI to do that kind of work because that's hard for me to do on my own, right? But I don't want it to think for me. I don't want it to make decisions for
AI
me outside of that space, for example.
AI is not a duplicate of you.
Yes.
You can use AI to help you, but it's not. AI cannot represent you. Just like AI cannot represent Michael Schumacher back in that story that we were talking about.
Right.
And look at what happened to that reporter. He got cut, right?
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah. That's scary, man, guys. It's really scary to think of what kind of world we are living in right now.
Yeah, well, we're the thing is, it's not so much the world that we're living in now, but the decisions that we're making now will create the world that we either want or are afraid of in the future.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, like, the decisions, we have to be more aware of our decisions today. So that's just my spiel on it personally, but I think that's a good place to leave it, man.
Yeah, I think so too. It's been a good talk.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Alrighty, fellas. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you guys joining the chat. And
hopefully next week Thomas can be here and share his awesome artwork with us.
Yeah, absolutely. But Dopey, you already know about the news, by the way. You're in the purple chat, so you already know what's up. But yeah, man, I hope to see you guys soon. We'll definitely be I'll be in Stevie's live on Friday at the very least, I think. And then this weekend we have a Formula One race. So if you're into F1, catch us around.
Just thinking of that, I am gonna check for you guys what time is the Formula One race for us. Being in the western side. So Sunday it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so which is perfect.
Yeah, which is a good time for us.
And then the qualifying on Saturday is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we'll be doing a live after the race on Sunday on the Object Passion Motorsports channel.
We will be covering some pretty interesting topic because we haven't covered last race.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to that.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, you guys. Have a wonderful night. Take care of yourself. Be safe, and don't get lazy.
Yeah, just go work out.
Yeah. Peace.